What is a Ninja Turtle's favorite type of pasta? Rafi elbow macaroni. Welcome to the stream. Happy Wednesday, my friends. I hope you're doing well today. Thank you for being here. I cannot look you in the eye. uh, that one feels good. That feels like a return to form. Welcome in, Conga. Conga Line Monkey first in chat tonight. I only made it about 15 minutes before falling asleep last night. No fault of the streamer, Conga says. No worries, my friend. I was feeling kind of tired, kind of low energy last night myself too, so even if I wanted to blame you, Conga, I couldn't. No worries. You didn't miss a whole lot. I had, we played. What did we play? We played through Super Mario Brothers and Ghostbusters and Pitfall, and I had fun with all of them. But I wasn't, aside from Mario, I wasn't really successful with the other two. They're fun games, but I didn't do great. I did survive the entire timer of Pitfall. Sorry to spoil that. So I have now successfully run out the timer on Pitfall. I didn't really win. I still don't really know if you can win Pitfall. So I guess I'm going to have to play it some more. Oh well, what a problem to have. We'll do more C64 at some point. I'm really struggling with the C64 Mini lately. And it's dampening my Commodore 64 spirits somewhat. I've got a lot of games that I've been having trouble getting to work right. So I may have to do some reaching out to you and or Sparrow for some help with some games. I know you've offered in the past. If that offer still stands, I may be reaching out to you at some point. But we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm pretty sure I have literally everything. And welcome in Jelly as well. Not to be overlooked. Lucent Jelly is here as well. Thank you, Jelly. Let me get caught up with the rest of the messages here. Meat. Jelly says our starting screen is a new piece of artwork. By the way, I'm going to throw that up again real quick just for a moment so we can admire it together before we get moving. This is a piece of art that a new piece of art that Jelly has done for me. It's very appropriate for the in the spirit of summertime. We've got Frownie at the grill. Boy, I really like making grilled foods. The grill is such a hassle to use sometimes. The grill's a lot like the C64 Mini. I really enjoy what it produces, but I really hate the process of getting it to work. So we'll be enjoying that. What? Jelly says Rafi elbow macaroni is great for making maca leonardoni and cheese. That is the worst, Jelly. that that draft might should have stayed inside your head. That's hence the oh no's. Okay. Those are the kind. Those are the kind of jokes I liked it. Welcome in, Game and Fit. Those are the kind of jokes that Jelly and I come up with when we're drafting for the stream, and uh, those that's that, those are those are literally the kind of jokes that Jelly and I throw at each other when we're in the process of like trying to find one that makes sense. They get really ugly sometimes. I like to think that the streams would start 90 minutes earlier, but you're workshopping jokes for an hour and a half. Oh, well, you know, Conga, there may be a reason that I can't make you not think that. Alright, we'll start pressing some buttons here. I'm getting some... I think you can see it in the capture. There are a few artifacts up there at the top. I think maybe I should press on the cartridge real quick before we actually get moving. But I want to jump into the game. We're going to try this game a few times tonight. I have never beaten this game, but I've come real close a few times now. And I'm cautiously optimistic tonight might be the night. We're going to try this for probably about 3 hours, maybe as many as 4, depending on how quickly our attempts go by. And after this, we're going to play some Alundra tonight. I've slept on Alundra for way too long. It's been getting some poor treatment, and I need to correct that. So we're definitely going to play at least a little bit of Alundra tonight. It's got to happen. So those are the two things on the menu for us. If y'all want a real joke, just take a glance at my contact list, Game and Fit says. Alright, my friends, one moment. I'll be right back with you. Alright, so I've been playing this game for a while. I've never beaten it. I've gotten really close now a few times, I do believe. I'm not very good at it though, so expect a little bit of a rough night here. taking a lot of damage right away. I think that star got me. Oh yeah. I remembered what I forgot. So I've developed a couple different ideas for how to play the game. I've not really been particularly successful at implementing any of my ideas with any meaningful degree of consistency, but my current idea is the jump kick is not an attack. It's not an attack I want to be using. What I want to do is attack the enemy, jump kick over the enemy, and then attack them from the other side. It is perhaps a slow way to do battle with the enemies, but it's a considerably more safe way to do battle with the enemies. If I can remember to stick to that and do it well, I can hopefully preserve some health and thus lives and continues. The jump kick, my problem with the jump kick is that I get it interrupted a lot of times. And nothing feels worse than like being jump kicked out of the air mid-jump kick by an enemy's jump kick. What a sentence. Oh, yuck. What? I disagree. I do use jump kicks for the boss and bosses, and like very heavily a lot of times. Just really hoping to not lose that life. But now that I have, just wail on him. Got a watermelon tonight. Coffee and watermelon. Did I just hurt myself with the fire hydrant? I think I did. Not one of Donnie's best moves. So I feel like my odds of success are entirely tied to this level and whether or not I can make it through this level with a single, without using a credit. Only once. Hazen, Sean, welcome in. Pleasure to have you here. Thank you for all the things. We'll hang out a while and do those. My success, I think, is entirely tied to this level and whether or not I have to use it continue to get through it. Sunflower seeds. That's the worst thing on the wheel. These are solar flare sunflower seeds. They come in 5 different heat levels, and we're up to heat level 4. Which is made, it's the sunflower seeds seasoned with scorpion pepper. And harissa Tunisian pepper spice blend. But it's got Trinidad Maruga scorpion pepper as the main spice for this level of sunflower seed. This is actually the last. Nope, next to last. Take it back. Take it back. This is the next to last of this heat level. Hey, Loyal, welcome in. You're just in time. So the first time I tried these, I found them to be devastating. The second time I endured it, I think with a little bit more grace. The first time they nearly ruined me. It's about a teaspoon of seeds in there. This is the packaging. They're actually they're sold as a set where it's supposed to be a challenge where you eat them all at once. But for the sake of the wheel, we have portioned them out and been enjoying them slowly. But this is the packaging. They're no joke. They're no joke, these seeds. Loyal says, I love TMNT, and you're, in my opinion, you're playing the best one. Hey, Sir Rack of Lamb, welcome in. You're just in time as well. Sorry for your stomachs, and Sean says, well, we'll just see. We'll just see. Knocking the jar into my teeth. Oh, here it comes. Oh. And we have the hiccup. There's nothing to do but just hang out and wait till it burns out. This is life for the next, like, 6 minutes. Oh my goodness. I actually think I'm through the worst of it. Wow. Wow. What a, what an adventure those sunflower seeds are. I think I'm burnt out. We're almost at the point where I'm at the like level of pleasant burn now. The worst of it I think is burnt through. I am very warm. I'm very warm all throughout my upper body. They contain sun, but no flowers. False advertisement. Hey, Towley, welcome in. We just ate some super spicy sunflower seeds. Oh, I was really on fire there for a moment. I cannot imagine level 5. We'll see. We'll see. I'm still a few spins away from those yet. I'm kind of safe for a little while. We'll see how they go with the sunflower seeds. I mean, there's a very real possibility when I get to level 5, if I eat those, if they're too terrible, I might have to just, I might just have to pull the plug on the stream for the night. If I burn too much, I'll have to abandon the, I'll have to just abandon the stream. You know, that's a very real possibility that could happen at some point. We'll see. We'll have to see. Been lurking. How have you been? Haven't been in because I'm avoiding Tears of the Kingdom spoilers. Yeah, no worries, Tally. It's good to have you here tonight, and thank you for the lurk. But yeah, I understand having to avoid spoilers. We've been doing Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom, it happens about every other night. I don't want it to take over. I mean, I really like playing it, but I don't want it to take over more than half the stream, so I'm trying to keep it to every other night at the most. Hey, cows, welcome in. Great to have you here. I missed you, cows. Gaming Pit says I must have asked about you like 5 times. Oh. Alright, I'm gonna have these pistachios that Zinjon also redeemed. I'm gonna have all 4 of them at once. They do basically nothing to help the burn. I clipped that, Loyal says. Thank you for the clip, Loyal. Do you need some vanilla ice cream or milk? Thank you for the offer, Jelly. I'm alright. Hydrate. It triggers my symptoms just by watching. I'm just catching up on the chat that I missed while I was in the middle of the flames. Was that one of the hottest things you've eaten? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I don't know if I've ever had anything hotter than those sunflower seeds. I mean, not on the stream, I definitely haven't. Off stream, when I was in Thailand, this guy called Mr. Big gave me a spicy pepper that kind of destroyed me one time. I don't know what kind of pepper it was, though. That might have been hotter than the sunflower seeds, and I put some Dave's Insanity sauce on a piece of popcorn chicken once, and I thought that was gonna kill me. I was very near to having Jelly call me an ambulance, because the thing was, it burnt in my throat like acid reflux, and I couldn't breathe, and I thought I was gonna strangle to death. That was an awful experience. Alright, and Loyal wanted a stretch break, so let's stretch for a moment, and then we can finally start playing the game again. Did it mess with your vision? Well, I didn't have like a hallucinogenic experience. I know that feeling all too well. The acid reflux is awful. Yeah, that's. I used to wake up sometimes in the middle of the night. I would get acid reflux, and I would wake up and then basically be choking. Terrible experience. Alright, get my big head out of the way. Welcome in, Title. Hope you're doing well. I see Frownie's warming up for Street Fighter 6. I had acid reflux so bad one time, my throat almost completely closed up. Game and Fit says, I was afraid I was going to die. Yeah, I've had that happen to me a handful of times. Fortunately, it's been a good long time since the last time that happened. Hey, Raiders, welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Yusuf, good to see you. Tell us about your stream, my friend. What were you up to? How did it go for you tonight? We would love to hear the details. We're about to start playing some Turtles. We're on stage 2. But we paused for a moment to enjoy a bit of nonsense. I just had some sunflower seeds seasoned with scorpion pepper, and they're hot. They're real hot. Street Fighter 6. Look at that. Speaking of Street Fighter 6, finally tried it out. Really fun. Enjoyed it a lot. Chun-Li is really good. So the Street Fighters I'm most familiar with are Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. I didn't own that game, but my cousin did. And I would play it with him sometimes. So I know a bit about that one. And when I lived in Korea, everyone was really into Street Fighter 4. So I played a bit of that one, but that's I don't really know a whole lot about Street Fighter. But I am very familiar with Chun-Li from Street Fighter 2, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. I really liked her in that game. Street Fighter 4, I used the character, I think her name was Jury? Jury? I was never good at Street Fighter 4, though. I got demolished all the time. She's in the new one. She's probably who I'd try out first then. I'm a huge fan of Street Fighter Third Strike, Yusuf says. Can't say that I've tried that one. I managed to beat the original Street Fighter one time. Such a broken game, Game and Fit says. I believe there's a port of that to the Commodore 64. I've been thinking about trying that out sometime, so maybe we'll give that a go. I've seen there is a game called Street Fighter on the Commodore 64. I don't know if it's the same game. Could very well be a different game with the same title. Prepare for pain. Conga said, brave of you to accept anything from Mr. Pig. I didn't know Mr. Big very well. When Jelly and I, we were in Thailand. We were students there, as we were like on an exchange program, and our study abroad coordinator knew Mr. Big, and that's how we met him through her. He took us out to lunch in some really nice restaurant, like in the top of a skyscraper. And he was talking about, for the most of the conversation, the only thing I remember was he was talking about durian. And he loved the expression that durian tastes like heaven and smells like hell. And he kept repeating that over and over and over again and laughing to himself. And during lunch, he had this little bowl of spicy peppers that he kept munching on. And then he offered me one, and I was like, "All right, I'll try it." And then he was like, "No, you really shouldn't try it. They're devastatingly hot." And but I did, and he was right. I shouldn't have tried it. It's not much of a story, but that was my one and only experience with that gentleman. But he lives in my memory. That's what I was remembering, Jelly says. Did I say welcome in, Chozo Brain? Happy to have you here, Chozo. Hope you're doing well tonight. And Chompy, welcome in. Pretty sure even Street Fighter 2 made it to home computers in some bad form. Alright, let me, excuse me a moment. Let me clear my sinuses out, and then I will get back into this game if I can. 1 minute, my friends. I couldn't find my controller for a moment. Alright, back into the game. You can attack that person? I didn't even know that was possible. Farming games are making a huge move this year. We got the original Harvest Moon on Super NES. A Wonderful Life is coming this month, and even Natsume is stepping up to the plate and making a Breath of the Wild style open world farming game that lets you pet the cows. It's called Harvest Moon Winds of Athos, coming in September. That might be something to take a look at. I would be, on the one hand, I would be curious about it. On the other hand, I was under the impression that so Natsume didn't make the classic Harvest Moon games, right? That's why the title, some other company made Harvest Moon, Natsume published it, and they split, and that's why Story of Seasons exists now, is that those are the original makers of Harvest Moon. Natsume just has the title, right? Because I was under the impression that since the split, the Natsume Harvest Moons were not very good. I mean, I might be wrong, or I might be right, and we could hope that this game breaks that trend, but... not very good up until now. We'll see when it comes out. Well, you know, for my stream, if I'm going to be playing a Harvest game, it's probably better for me if it's not very good anyway, right? We could just put it on, we can just schedule it on some night where I'm playing... where I'm playing some sort of plug-and-play game, and it'll shine no matter what. A wonderful live stream coming soon. Then I've tried doing Harvest Moon on the stream, and we did a bit of Harvest Moon 64 for a while, but I don't know. I don't know that it was the, I don't know that it made for the best streams. Hey, Dead Zergling, welcome in. Good to have you here. Finally made it into the stream, Cowabunga. I was kind of wondering about you. I was kind of wondering if we were going to get to see you tonight, because you're usually one of the early birds. So very happy to have you here, of course. Oh, we were doing so well. I finally cracked the code with this guy. I understand how he works now. Oh my goodness, it's still not easy, but I understand how to defeat him. You just need to, like, you need to get into a rhythm with his gunfire. Oh my goodness. You think this guy would maybe try to block your foot from hitting his face? I'm glad he doesn't. Got hung up at work tonight, Zergling says. Helping with topics I never heard about until just now. Sorry, I've got two things in my eye. I've got my finger, but I've got something else in my eye too. Stray eyelash or something. I don't want my overconfidence to destroy me, but we're on, you know, we're kind of on cruise control for a little bit now, because, next couple stages have pretty easy bosses, and as long as I remember... As long as I remember to approach the normal enemies with a little bit of caution, we should be in a really good position for the next couple stages. Not really sure what the best way to fight these guys is. Very difficult to actually make contact with them. That polar bear boss heard that. You're gonna pay now. Oh no. Oh no. He really did. He really did humiliate me a couple times last time we played. I mean, he's not the easiest boss in the game, but you know, compared to like Bebop, where'd that missile come from? What? I stay out of the water. I've never seen a missile like that before. Those guys with the swords, they're the best enemy because their jump attack is not like a jump kick, so they're very easy to deal with. Ooh, extra life. Don't mind if I do. oh. I'm lost in daydreams. There's so much of the same stuff going on in the game. It's hypnotizing me. It's odd that the camera locks up there for that snowplow to drive by, because you don't have to interact with it in any way. So it's really bizarre that they hold you on the screen for its passing. Might have to listen to the rest of the stream from the confines of my bed. Sleep is starting to win, Conga says. If that's what you must do, Conga, then I wish you a peaceful and restorative sleep. Thank you for being here with us, and thank you for the lurk. Oh, I'm doing bad. My health is running down. Right here at the boss. Oh no, this is his chance. This is his chance to get revenge for all my big talk. It's already started. I must lurk too, Zergling says, but no, I'll be giving very judgmental looks based on how the polar bear goes. Thank you for the lurk, Zergling. I hope the inevitable judgmental glare does not strain your face muscles. Oh, one piece of health. Which is it, a pole or a bear? I never remember which cars drive out of the background, so I just have to be afraid of all of them. Hey, welcome in. That Paya Meat Sushi. Pleasure to have you with us. Love this game. This game, I've been working on this one for a little while. I like this game. It doesn't quite go to the levels of love for me, but I do really enjoy it. I've never beaten it yet. I'm still technically on my first playthrough, but I believe I've gotten really close several times now, and I'm learning more and more about it, you know, as the attempts drag on. So I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful we might actually beat it soon. Brings back memories for me. Thanks for playing it. No problem. Thanks for joining us tonight. This is a game I didn't have this one as a kid, but one of my friends did. And so I get to play it a little bit every now and then. We were never very good at it. I think we could usually make it to the second stage. But I don't know if we ever beat the second stage. I doubt we ever did. And a Pizza Hut in my hometown when I was growing up, for a long time, they had the actual arcade cabinet of the game. And so I'd get to play that every now and then. also was never very good at it. I could make it to stage 2, you know, sometimes on the arcade machine too, if I remember correctly, but could never get any further. You know, I'm of the right age that the 80s Turtles cartoon was something I really loved when I was a child. Though, at this point, I'd have to say, like, I remember the movie better than I do the cartoon. Particularly the first 2 live-action movies. Those were a really big part of my childhood, and they're very firmly established in my memory. Even more than the cartoon. Pizza Hut was the best. So I didn't play a lot of arcade cabinets. Pizza Hut was really my main source of arcade machines for most of my childhood. We had a Pizza Hut, and there's also a barbecue restaurant that had arcade machines. And they switched them out every now and then, but the ones that I remember was the Pizza Hut had Turtles and Miss Pac-Man, and they had a couple pinball machines. The one I really remember is a Rescue 911 pinball machine. That was really cool because it had a helicopter that would transport your ball to different areas of the board. If you activated it. And the barbecue place had a Batman arcade machine that was like the live action, the like 89 Batman movie. It was based on that. I don't remember much about that game. I think I found it really difficult. And they had a Star Wars pinball machine that was a lot of fun. I really liked the Star Wars pinball machine because it was really easy to earn extra credits. So on a single quarter, you could play for a very long time. Are you using the Super Nintendo? I'm using the NES. And we are using real hardware. I don't have anything against emulation, but I'm kind of a collector. I was into retro collecting really big, like really early on when it was actually affordable. So I've got a pretty nice physical collection. I tend to prioritize using it a lot. So we do a little bit of emulation from time to time, but it's mostly original hardware for the stream. With all the difficulties that brings. I never beat a single NES game as a kid, Game and Fit says. What could I beat as a kid? I could beat the original Mario Brothers and Mario 3. That might be about it. I beat Mario 3 as a kid, but only with warps. Only with whistles. My strategy for Mario 3 was to play up until the beginning of World 5. At the beginning of World 5, there's a mushroom house that always has a Tanuki suit. So I would play all the way up to the beginning of World 5 in Mario 3 and just stockpile powers, and then I would use the whistles to go to World 8 after I had that Tanuki suit, and then I would just use the powers to steamroll World 8. So that was my strategy for beating that as a kid. Not the most legitimate victory, but I guess it was something. It's hard to remember what NES games I actually owned. I know I had Super Sprint, never beat that. And Bartman meets Radioactive Man, never beat that. Tecmo Bowl. I guess I beat Tecmo Bowl, I don't know. I could beat individual games in Tecmo Bowl, but I mean, I couldn't like run a campaign of games or anything like that. I don't even know if that's an option in that game. I don't remember it that well. I can't even beat Mario 3 today. Mario 3 gets pretty tough. Because of the way that I always played it growing up, like I'm really familiar with worlds 1, 2, 3, 4, and 8. Worlds 5, 6, and 7, I'm really questionable on. I can make it through them, but it gets ugly for a while. And there's one, the Fortress in World 8. I'm not very good at the Fortress in World 8 because I would always skip it as a kid. I mean, a lot of World 8, like, I would use, like, the P-Wing to fly over. But, the Fortress in World 8, 100%, I would use the Cloud and skip that Fortress every time. So now that my philosophy has changed, I'm very strictly, like, clear every level, do everything legitimate, do everything the hard way. Like, when I have to face those parts of the game. I pay for it a little bit. Hey Dynamite, welcome in. Welcome to Turtles, my friend. We're on a pretty good run right now. Haven't used any continues yet. I got 3 lives in the bank. I don't want to jinx myself. I might have already done that. Uh-oh. These helicopters are a little tough. That was ugly. please. Oh, thank goodness. I'm so bad at those helicopters. All right, I'm losing a lot of health here right at the start of the stage. This is no way to begin. Alright, I'm probably gonna lose a life on this stage. We've had a really good run for a while, but I don't know, I don't know if we'll be able to turn this one around. I forgot about these guys. That was actually alright. That's probably the best I've ever done against that enemy. They're unarmed. Why do they have a greater reach than I do? My weapon has a worse range than their punch. Well, we hung in there. I thought I might be able to hang on to that piece of health because there's a pizza on the next screen. If I could have just made it past these guys, I think. It's coming up real soon. Let's see. Oh no, never mind. I wouldn't have made it. There's too many regular enemies left. Those things that fly around with the lasers, I kind of feel like stylistically they wouldn't be out of place in a Smash TV. Excuse me. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. We'll go ahead and pick that up. Victory. I just don't have a response on it, Dynamite. You probably do, but you're polite and respectful. I appreciate it. Thank you, Dynamite. I definitely appreciate you, my friend. I'm trying to remember if I've made it to Shredder once or twice. I think I've only made it to him once, but I had some continues. I actually think the one time I made it to Shredder, well, I know for certain I made it to him on a single credit, but I think that's the only time I made it up to him. I really shouldn't be taking damage from these tigers. They're super easy. They ruined me. The first few times that I ever came across them. But they're actually super easy. You just have to be fearless. One piece of health. If only I could play like I have one piece of health all the time. I'd be so much better. Hey, Derek Ocean, welcome in. Happy Wednesday to you. We were so close. We were so close to the pizza. Cross your fingers, because this boss here is one of the toughest things in the game. I don't have a solid approach to this boss. So, I believe this stage was created for the NES version of this game. So this stage is not in the arcade game. So this boss isn't in the arcade game. And that's weird, because this is one of the most interesting bosses in the game. How's Turtles going? Pretty alright, Derek. We're on a good run. I still haven't used any continues. We made it up to Shredder last time we played. He really broke my spirit. I'm scared. I'm scared of Shredder. I've been getting a lot better at the general combat in this game, though, and I'm getting a little better at some of the bosses, so... Even if I can't beat it yet, I'm getting... I feel like I'm getting to the point where I'm getting more consistent, like... I'm getting real far consistently. I forgot about these things. Alright, what was this? Frownie, what you got besides that garish green leaf thing above your head for us to look at the next couple of hours? This is a somewhat incomplete list. But that's a pretty close to most of the art that we have. Oh, you know, here's the thing about that too, cows. That you left the S off the command is I have the bot set up to where it's supposed to accept aliases for the commands, so that you can type them in a couple different ways. But the aliases don't work. Or they haven't been working. It's like if you use the command cows, or if you use the command cows are important, they're both supposed to get a response from the bot. But I think if you type the full... thing, it doesn't work. This is real bad. This is real bad. I did really good against these guys the last time we fought them on the previous level. And now I'm being destroyed. A Tuesday, welcome in. Happy Tuesday to you, Master Tuesday. I don't know what he said because I only just got here, but I agree with whatever Frownie just said about Koroks. I actually didn't say anything. I was too busy thinking about the command. Derek says I was supposed to work today, but I took the day off. Hopefully not because you're feeling unwell. I almost typed Tuesday instead of today because you said it. Oh, but yeah, let me actually just test what I just said. So, like, if I type jelly, the command works. But if I type Lucent jelly, will the command work? Oh, it did. Well, it wasn't working before. Maybe I didn't set up the singular icon alias. But at some point the alias stopped working because and I know for a fact that they didn't work because I had the longer forms of the commands set up as the primary command, and I had all the shortened ones as the aliases, and the short ones stopped working. So I went in because I didn't want to type the full things all the time. So I went in and I switched out. I made the shortened ones the primary ones and the long ones the aliases, so that if any of them were going to stop working, at least it would be the longer commands, and I could get away with typing the shorter ones. Just had some personal issues, Derek says. I hope that, you know, I hope that you're gonna be able to get through that just fine, and I hope that your, you know, your day off was helpful in restoring your well-being. I was driving around today in unfamiliar territory, so I was following my GPS, and it, you know, it talks to you every now and then. It said it was updating my route, and it said this route avoids a road closure, and then less than 5 minutes later, it directed me directly into a closed road. And it refused. I couldn't figure out how to reroute. I had to drive. I got lost. I got lost on the back roads of rural Wisconsin. Because I just had to turn around and make a guess for which roads were going to head in the general direction of where I needed to go. It was nothing but empty farmland and sky. There were no landmarks. But I can't believe how quickly I was betrayed. I can't believe how quickly I was betrayed by my GPS. Still need to beat this game myself. It's a hard game, Derek says. You're not kidding. I was just saying before, though, I'm getting a little better at it. I still don't feel like I'm not good at it, but I'm getting better at it in a lot of ways. Whoa, hey! Welcome in, Raiders! Barnacules, thank you again for the raid. Thank you very much for the raid. Thank you for bringing your people by. I always enjoy having you here, Raiders. Welcome to Turtles 2, the arcade game on the NES. We're pretty far along. This is a game I've never beaten this game. I've gotten pretty close a few times now, I feel. So hopes are, we're cautiously optimistic. We're cautiously optimistic. I hope everybody had a great stream tonight. Welcome in Joe, Taji? Might need some help with the pronunciation there. My apologies if I blundered. But very happy to have you here, and thank you for the bits. That's very generous of you. Thank you for the 100 bits, Joe. So we are we're mostly a retro stream around here. Things between the Commodore 64 to PlayStation 2 range are where my heart really lies, with NES to N64 being my primary sweet spot. We do play newer games on the Switch from time to time. So, like, current ongoing projects have been, uh-oh, I'm in trouble. We're playing Tears of the Kingdom pretty much every other day on the stream, and being retro the rest of the time. We've been working on Turtles 2 for a while now, and Alundra on the PlayStation 1 are, the things I've been working on this week. But we sort of bounce around and do a lot of different things. Whoa. I gotta be careful. Sorry, I see a little bit more chat there, but I've walked my way into a boss fight. Oh no. My cautious optimism is fading. This guy shouldn't be so hard. Alright, seriously? Oh, that got bad. Is that, Calflish? Welcome in? Good to have you with us. What's your sales pitch? I think I mostly covered it. Primarily retro video gaming. We prioritize, very strictly blind playthroughs of games, and that tends to include our first playthroughs and challenge runs that we do on the stream. I'm a big fan of like adventure games and platformers, and especially like really difficult ones like Contra and Castlevania and Super Ghouls and Ghosts. And for a lot of games like that, I try to challenge myself to like deathless playthroughs or no items runs and things like that. There's a list of the challenges we've done on the About page for those who might be really curious. And I try to play a pretty fair mix of high quality and low quality games. I've got something of a taste for dubious trash games, so we devote a fair chunk of our time to sort of licensed materials and plug and plays and I try to really sink my teeth into everything I do and take it, you know. We try to take everything, even the terrible games. We try to take them all the way to credits, and a lot of times I might even 100%. A lot of times I even try to 100% stuff, especially when it's really terrible. I'm doing real bad. I'm doing real bad. That's alright. We've got continues, so, we'll have a better shot soon. Makes a G sound. So, Taj Gi. Alright, so I've made it up to Shredder here before, but I've never defeated him. I'm not even 100% sure how. Uh-oh. Well, that's not the way to do it. It got me. Dynamite says, I'm the opposite. I literally misinterpret my GPS instructions and end up making it of no help to me whatsoever. I don't tend to use GPS a whole lot if I don't have to. I mostly, like, I've got one of those, like, great big road atlases. You know, surprising no one, Luddite that I am. Of course, I'm gonna go with a paper map most of the time, but there are certain areas where my road atlas does not have very good resolution on what the streets actually look like. So then I'm at the mercy of the robot in my phone, and it likes to betray me apparently. We've had a couple people come in who have given us follows as well. Kathlish, thank you for the follow. We've had a couple others whose anonymity I will preserve, but definitely appreciate you coming on board with us. Thank you for that. Derek says, my buddy was helping his mom move. They found a copy of Atari ET. No, we've done that one on the stream. I know you know, but since it came up, I figured we would mention. I played ET on the Atari. That game has like a 5-minute gameplay loop, and it took me 12 hours to beat that game. That was a never-ending nightmare. If you encountered a hairy 6'8" man in a trench coat and cargo shorts on the bus, how would you entice him to watch your channel? Why? Why am I trying to entice myself to watch my own channel? There are 2 shredders, as if one wasn't bad enough, Game and Fit says. I can't handle one. I don't know how I'm gonna handle 2. Baron Metz, welcome in. Hope everyone's having a great night tonight. Happy Wednesday, Baron. Or Thursday as it happens. It's alright. It's still Wednesday in my heart. Intellectually I know it's Thursday, but it's still Wednesday in my heart. A very specific question. Alright. So what I really need to do is not lose a life to Krang, but well, I'm not good at the whole not losing a life thing. I'm much better at the losing all your lives thing. Alright, I know what I need to do. I'm being too impatient. It's getting me kicked. Crank snazzy red shoes. Give him +10. To turtle tushy kicking. It's still Wednesday for me, Cal says. Close enough. So I don't really care what the clock or the calendar say. Like whatever day it is whatever day it was when I woke up. Like that's always what day it is for me. Whenever I wake up, the day has been set, and it will remain that day until I fall asleep again. So if I wake up on Wednesday and I stay awake for 36 hours, then, you know, like... It's Wednesday that whole time. The day can only roll over if I fall asleep. Oh, don't do that. Throw all of our progress away with one slip of the D-pad. Every time. He kicks me every time. Weirdly enough, my best attempt against... my best attempt at beating this, I feel like, was the first time I ever got here. My performance has only gotten worse and worse with each, with each attempt at this part. That laser just reaches everywhere. There is no Z-axis as far as that laser is concerned. I thought I could hide from it in the background, but I'm seeing that that is just not the case. My chances of success or failure seem to be arbitrarily dependent upon how much he feels like kicking me. Life is very bad. It's over. Well, don't worry if you came in late and you were like, "Oh no, I missed the Turtles playthrough." Don't worry, we're about to be restarting. This is like Adventures of Bayou Billy Hard. I haven't ever played that game, but I think I have a copy of it. I'm not looking forward to playing something that is, as tougher than this. One nightmare at a time. No. Well, that was the best of our 3 attempts. Nice progress. You didn't insta die to Shredder. The first time I fought him, I didn't insta die to him, but then every time after that, I have. But you know what? I'm gonna take that. Thank you. He has Palpatine powers too. The lightning blast is a 1-hit KO. It's just, oh, it's brutal. After Shredder, you fight Kevin Eastman and Peter Laird. We're gonna try again. Imagine a 1-credit clear. I can make it up to... We made it up to Shredder on a 1 credit. So, like, a one credit clear is not out of the question. It's not likely, but it's not impossible. Alright, from the top. Taking damage from the very first enemy. There's no hope for me, is there? Oh. I wonder what that painting is on the wall there in the background. Like, is that a digital version of a, like, is that a representation of a real artwork or photograph? Or is that an original piece from the game developer? I am off to a really bad start here. I've been bleeding health. Clearly it's a Michelangelo or Raphael original. It should be. It should be. Trying to be real careful, but I mean, yeah, just say we all know that I'm going to lose this piece of health and a whole lot more. I think this whole situation is a setup. I think April is in league with the Shredder because I don't buy that she is the turtle's best friend, and there's not a single slice of pizza anywhere in her apartment. I don't buy it. She's 100% a traitor. There's more pizza in the Technodrome than there is in April's apartment. Plot twist. Shredder's really a good guy, just trading the turtles for an alien invasion. I like that. It's never clear what is going to remove a block of your health and what isn't. That's, That's one thing about this game is, like, being damaged in this game always feels unfair and because it seems inconsistent. Those blocks don't do a very good representation of showing you how much health you actually have, it feels. We were doing real good there for a moment, and then he switched up his attack for some reason. So, like, because the blocks don't show your health very accurately, it's just like, yeah, like, sometimes you get hit by a boomerang and you lose a brick of health, and sometimes you get knocked clear across the room by an enemy punch, and you don't, and it's just, it doesn't feel good. Too many negative emotions. Hey Lasso Kid, welcome to the stream, welcome in. I remember this arcade. This is one of the few games that where I've actually played a little bit of the arcade machine. I was never very good at it. I mean, I was about as good at the arcade machine as I was at the NES version as a kid. I never got very far in either, but I'm getting okay at some parts of it now. If I could unlock rock steady the same way that I have Bebop, and like really get the rhythm of the fight, we'd have a whole extra life for the rest of the game. That would be really nice. Hey Rav, welcome in. Pleasure to have you with us tonight. This game is nostalgic. Used to play it with my bro or cousin. I had a friend who had this one. We played together a little bit, you know, from time to time. I don't think I ever saw beyond stage 2 as a kid. Hey Persephone, welcome in. Thank you for the wheel. We'll give that a spin in just a moment. We had the sunflower seeds earlier. They were devastating. No. This is the NES version. My stream doesn't still say Commodore 64, does it? No, this is the NES version. I'd like to try the Commodore one. We play Commodore games on the stream every now and then. Have to bully my favorite streamer? That's very kind of you, Persephone. Thank you for that. Alright, so the Wheel of Scorchin is this little wheel here. It's got several spicy or sour foods on it. Some of them are quite mild. A couple of them are really devastating. I'm going to give it a spin and just enjoy whatever I land on. How in the world? Well, I landed on the sunflower seeds again, so life is bad. These are the worst things on the wheel, and I got them twice in a row. This is not possible. The universe is a simulation. Sorry, just have to take a look at something real quick. I reminded myself of something. I can give you a pass, Respin Game and Fit says. No. That's not how this works. I have to respect the integrity of the wheel as much as I hate it. So, these are solar flare sunflower seeds. They're a thing. It's meant to be eaten all at once as like a challenge thing. But we, for the sake of the wheel, we divide it up into smaller pieces. So the suffering actually lasts a lot longer. But we're up to level 4 of 5 on the sort of heat scale on their box, and the seeds are currently, they're coated with a powder of Trinidad Maruga scorpion pepper and harissa Tunisian pepper spice blend. But the scorpion pepper is the real villain here, the mastermind, and we're gonna have about a tablespoon, kind of a heaping tablespoon. This jar is more full than the last one. Of these seeds here in just a moment. Scorpions are hot, yeah. You're not kidding. You're not kidding. Might need to remove those pegs, Tally says. We'll be alright. We'll be alright. Oh, but I said these odds make me suspect the universe is a simulation. I had to share. I went to the doctor earlier today, and they had music playing. I was getting some blood drawn, and they had music playing, and it was this song. I had to look up who did it. I think it's L. King or Ellie King. It's a song called X's and O's. Was playing, and I looked over at the curtain on the wall, and it was like a checkerboard pattern, but of repeating colors. But some of the squares inside them had these little patterns of tic-tac-toe games, and I just thought, what are the odds that this song is playing? And I look over at this curtain right now, and I hear X's and O's, and I see tic-tac-toe X's and O's on the wall right next to me at this moment. I thought, that's kind of weird. But the thing is that happened to me in an even stranger way just a couple weeks ago, because I was standing in line at a thrift store, and I was looking. They had a little the impulse shelf or whatever set up, and it had all these like morning routine, like bathroom kind of stuff, like combs and floss and things like that. And it had these little hand towels there, and the hand towel had embroidered on it. It said, "Wake up and make up." And I thought, that's a cute little rhyme. And then I noticed on the stereo, the speaker system, they were playing that System of a Down song. I don't know what it's called, but it says "Wake up and make up." It was super popular, like when I was in high school or college, and it was the same lyrics on the hand towel. And I thought that it seemed. System of a Down seemed like kind of extreme music for a thrift store. I found it very odd that was what they were playing on their in-house stereo. So I can't explain it. With all the lyrics to every song I hear become reality around me. I live inside of a music video. You're in the Matrix and someone's trying to send you a coded message. Follow the white rabbit. Boy, I'm not looking forward to these seeds. I wish I had more little anecdotes to share so I could delay my suffering. My stomach's already hurting thinking about it. Oh, here we go. He's turning red. Hit the deck. Oh. This hurts a lot more. Oh my goodness. This wheel is intolerable. There's nothing to describe it. It's just blinding pain. It burns. I can feel it. It's burning all the way up inside my ears. The insides of my ears are burning. I think actual heat is coming out. It feels warm on my palms when I press my palms over my ears. It feels warm. When you see a cartoon and when a character eats a spicy pepper in a cartoon and steam comes out of their ears, that's scientifically accurate. I don't know if I'm gonna recover from this one. I'm in a bad spot, my friends. Thank you for the hydrate. Thank you for the hydrate came and fit. Was it fruity in flavor? The seeds, they don't actually have a lot of flavor to them. I think the powderization. I think the process of turning them into a powder really dulls the characteristics of the peppers. If burning is a flavor, then yes, it is. You look like you're enjoying it. My stomach is really uncomfortable right now. I'm starting to feel better in my head region, but my stomach is really bad. I'm going to take some of that water. Oh, boy. 2 doses of those sunflower seeds in one night is not good. I'm sorry, Frownie. You're alright, Persephone. Alright, we're okay. That water helped. That water helped a lot, I think. I don't know what it did, but moved stuff around. I'm gonna get my big head out of the way. I can start pushing some buttons again. Boy. That's not good. That's like almost like stomach cramps. Bad. Oh. Greg, welcome in. Great to have you here. I just ate my second dose of super spicy sunflower seeds for the night, and it ruined me. You saw that, okay. Well, I'm glad you didn't miss it. Oh, I feel just turned inside out. That's the goal of the wheel. I mean, the idea of the wheel is I'm supposed to be training to eat spicier and spicier things. Oh my. That's why I can't take super hot foods. My stomach goes bad. I like spicy foods, and I like my to some degree. I have a pretty high tolerance for heat because I like my food a lot spicier than most people do. But I'm not like superhuman, like indestructible, like you know. Like sitting around eating a raw ghost pepper, I don't think that that's something I'm ever going to be strong enough to pull off, right? I definitely have very human limits with my spice tolerance, but I do overall really enjoy things to be pretty spicy. I like it. I usually like a heat level that's like warm enough to like start making my nose run, but not actually warm enough to like upset my stomach. And for me, that's right around the heat of like, you know, I use a lot of habanero peppers in my cooking, so it's right about habanero heat is where I'm most comfortable. Though I go beyond that a little bit from time to time. Taking a break from playing Tears of the Kingdom and playing mobile Dragon Quest VI, Greg says. Not a fan of spicy food, but oh well, to each their own. I cannot imagine how the next level of sunflower seeds can be hotter than that. I can't imagine anything hotter than what I'm already eating. Hey Tusk, welcome in. Pleasure to have you with us tonight. Hope you've been doing well. And yeah, TMNT too. Wow, these guys damaged me a whole lot. Dude, these guys are usually not that troublesome. Too many missiles. Too many missiles. There's another one. Get out of here. Very nice. And I'm doing alright, Tusk. I just ate some super spicy sunflower seeds and they were devastating. My stomach was all turned into knots. But I'm recovering now. Speaking of things that have been devastating, I made it up to the shredder again on our last attempt, but he ruined me. I've been getting a lot better at particular parts of this game, though. The Bebop fight is going a lot better. And I've got an approach, just a general approach to enemies that's a lot more reliable. I was really worried I was going to trip at the finish line there. The sunflower seeds, it's called Solar Flare Sunflower Seed Challenge. We're not eating them all at once like the challenge on the box. We've been stretching out my misery. Oh, I thought those guys couldn't knock me out of the air. I had a false confidence against them. May try and find some of those and try them myself. I wish you the best of luck, Tusk. Someone else told me that they looked for them on Amazon and they were out of stock the last time they looked, but what was that? Hang on a moment. How did I do that? I got a move I didn't know about? I didn't know about this move. It's kind of tough to pull off. You gotta hit the buttons at once. Oh, it's easier when you're moving. Oh my goodness. I have a move I didn't know about. I don't know if it's going to be useful, but... Can't really get a good test of it. It is useful. It kills them in one hit. What? How many hours I've been playing this game and I found out there's another move? I don't really know that I like it all that much, but it's strong. I just woke my boss up by accidentally texting a comment about this game to him that was meant to go to the chat, and he said, "What game?" And I apologized and explained. He's not mad. He says this was a great game. I love it. The last time I did that, I accidentally texted my boss. I was trying to look up the weather. It's been a while. I had a phone that, like, it was like one of those, like, not not a smartphone. But you could still... Was it maybe it was a smartphone. Because I could look up the weather on it. I don't know. I googled the weather and but I texted to my boss instead of the Google bar. Your story is much better. Oh no! I was so focused on thinking about my new move that I forgot about those stage hazards. Oh my goodness. Speedrun techniques unlocked. Oh. Like the Korok seed drawing in the upper left, Greg says. Yeah, Jelly did that for me. She's quite the artist. Oh no. It's hard to do that, to do this move reliably. You have to tap both jump and attack, but it's not, you don't do them quite simultaneously. You have to hit jump very slightly before attack. So, like, it requires this, sort of like, for me at least, this, like, scraping motion of my thumb across the buttons. That's what I meant to say, iconic game, but the can only beat later bosses with jump kicks makes it less fun than it could be. Yeah, that's the a lot of the bosses seem to be very, at least with my approach to them, it's very they're all very similar, because it's a lot of just jump kick over and over again. I'm in a weird spot where, like, my potential to do better has increased, but on a practical level, I've been set back a little bit because I've been made worse at the combat by discovering this new move that I want to do all the time. That, because it's a little trickier to pull off, is getting me hurt more frequently. But if I get really great at doing it all the time, then it's gonna make our lives so much easier. Maybe I don't try to do it for absolutely every attack. Just most of them. Alright, my friends, I'm going to take a short BRB. I need to step away for a few minutes before we take on these enemies. I know it's a weird place to stop, but yeah, I do need to step away for a little while. I will be back with you after a song or so, as quickly as I can be. Thank you for being with me so far for this much of Turtles, and we'll continue again very shortly.